Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to it. Another amazing episode of the Pitchside podcast. And the lineup is amazing as usual. Auntie Diski with the hair.
Hello, you can't shade me because it's the same hair. It's the same hair.
Okay.
I made sure because
hair,
I
I
knew
must
you
make sure it's with the hair.
Is it the same hair?
Becky with the good hair. It is.
Marago, I saw you posting on Instagram. The hair was different.
Don't do that.
Okay,
delayed
post.
Leave it.
Yeah,
It's a
delayed post.
Delayed post.
Donna, you good?
I'm good, sir. And you?
Amazing, man.
Easy.
The ladies are representing us so well. They went away and came back with a 1-0 victory versus Casablanca. Big win that is.
Clean sheet all the way.
Amazing, right?
You need to maintain that.
100%. What's crazy though is we attacked so much, but we only managed to get the one goal. But the Casablanca goalkeeper got man of the match.
Yeah.
So that
Player
must tell
of-
you,
player of the match.
I
Oh, it's a
apologize.
Correction.
I apologize to all
Technicalities.
mankind. Player of the match.
Yeah. She did an exceptional job. She was literally carrying that entire defense, and you could see the frustration in her. You've seen the frustration Andile usually has there when she communicates with defense. I think they found themselves in positions where they were making silly mistakes.
Yeah.
And she's the last man on the line. And if any goals that go through, she's the person that's then looked at. She was very frustrated, but she really pulled in a shift. Her positioning in the goalpost, her communication with her defenders, she really pulled a shift, and I definitely think she deserved it. But we were trying in that box.
Yeah. Deco, how important is it to have a vocal goalkeeper?
Nice. It's as important as having a centre back that needs to communicate. And worse when you don't have a defense that you can actually trust. So you're doing extra job. So now you're not just saving goals. You also need to communicate. And just like any other position, whenever you defend as a group, you need somebody to communicate. But you can see her as well, just the experience that she has. And you look at the type of save that she was making.
Yeah.
So she wasn't making silly mistakes where you will save and then the ball comes in play where oncoming midfielders or strikers will go to. So you parry it on the side. So she was doing very, very well. But also, I think just holistically from the game itself, I don't think there was resistance.
Yeah.
I think at some point, she nearly made a mistake because I think there was no... I want to shop a ball first time and then nearly got intercepted and nearly got equalized. I think there was no resistance as such. I don't think it's a game that we can actually say, okay, Shap, that's the elite performance from us, because I don't think there was enough resistance.
We spoke about the number of chances missed in the previous game and only managing to score two, but now we've only managed to score one. Should this be an area of concern?
It should be, because we are going to go and play our last match with the hosts, who are definitely sitting in a difficult position. Being the host, you're obviously not looking to be knocked out in the group stages. You want to advance to the semi-finals all the way to the finals. So currently they are looking at that match as one of the matches where they're going to bring their guns blazing. So it is a concern that we need to look at to find out when it comes from the build-up, and even with the switches on the right-hand side, Makurubeja and Ramalepe did an exceptional job, and I think the passes were getting through to the box. What is happening there, and I was hoping there will be a little bit of change in terms of the substitution. We saw Melinda came out, and then there was a switch in terms of Rabale now playing up front. And I thought, that is a strategy, a recipe for us to find the back of the net more. But it didn't work out. So I think we really need to look at it and find out exactly what happens when we cross over, that we can, I don't know, it's the set pieces. Even in our corners, it wasn't as clinical as we normally know our goals to have. And I think maybe we should really look at how we go into the next game.
Speaking about that, we're top of the group, which technically means currently that we've qualified for the next stage. Do we then give other players a chance to play, or are we still trying to find the synergy to make sure that we can finally convert the chances that we've been creating?
It would be great. When you pick your players, and maybe Teko can speak from a player's perspective, but I think it will be great knowing that you have already advanced. It would be nice to give those legs a bit of a chance for them to also showcase. And I think also this tournament says put your hand up as an individual for the individual awards. We saw how Asfa took, most of them. We would want Mamelodi Sundowns to also collect a few of those, and I think those moments are where you can now give opportunity to the players. But maybe you don't want to dismantle the game. You want to be consistent in the kind of starting 11 that you've had, and you want to maintain it, and you don't want to take any chances. But I suppose coach decides as to do I give others a chance or do I just keep it is? But again, when it's not broken, don't fix it type of situation. So yeah.
I think for that, it all comes back to you want to qualify a little bit earlier for a reason, so that you can sort out the injuries or the niggle pains, and also have maybe 3 or 4 players that are not in a starting lineup, getting them ready for the duration of the tournament, because the chances are you never finish the tournament with the people that you started with. So now you need to, and these are tournaments that we always have a surprise element, a surprise player that comes in and win the trophy for you. So these are the type of games that you need to give an opportunity to, but also not just dismantling the whole team. Just still have a little bit of a balance, and just Coach Jeremy minutes and decide who plays how many minutes, who plays. But you need the consistency. You need also for the players to keep on playing. But you don't need the whole team, because once you're injured, then which means the only player that you're going to play hasn't played the whole tournament. So you're risking as well the imbalance within the team.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My other question then is, how important is it, especially for the ladies, to keep playing at this high level, and what does it mean then for Banyana?
It's very important. I mean, this is the highest tournament in Africa, and I think it's a great opportunity that other teams are also making debuts, like we spoke about the debutants and stuff like that. Now we're discovering talents, and I know there's a lot of scouts that are sitting there's a lot of people that are discovering these girls, seeing them for the first time and that kind of thing. It gives us a different conversation about women's football in Africa. We need more of these. We also want an inclusion in AFL on the ladies side, in future, things like that. So I think it's very important for the ladies to play in such a huge tournament where the rest of Africa is also watching. We want our girls to also get that Saudi money, and this is an opportunity for them to go dance.
Ching, ching. Hey, Auntie Diski, I wanted to find out. It looks like you're coming from camp.
But
good stuff.
Really stuff. Super sub.
Now we go to the big one. It's the last group of the game against the hosts. Very important, I think, that the ladies keep winning just for the momentum.
You should. I mean, look. It's unfortunate for the hosts, then we need to eliminate them if we have to. At the end of the day, we are competing. And that's why I'm saying for Coach, is the certain maybe departments or positions that he doesn't need to change, then don't change it, but we still need momentum for the players as well to gain confidence, because we're still struggling scoring goals. Maybe this might be the game that actually help us in terms of finding solutions to do that, because going forward, you need to be able also to win the 1-0, the 2-1. Because it's going to get tougher and tougher going forward. And I think the 1-0 that we had, Maobane, it's not a bad thing in a sense of now you learn as a team how to defend the 1-0. So I think going forward, those are the things that we can look back as to, okay, Shab, we had a 1-0 before, so therefore we defended like this. But also because there was no resistance, so it's like I had a guy like a clear indication. So, but I think that we need to continue winning.
But now, we speak about all these different scenarios that come up, right? I wanna understand, especially from a player's perspective, how do you then just be able to switch on to say, okay, for example, when you play at home, you beat team 6, 4, 5, and so forth. But now you're going on to the continent, and it's almost like the level almost balances out, and now it's 1-0 games, it's close margins. What is the mental state? What needs to change mentally for you to switch on to be able to acknowledge that, look, we're in a different place now?
Look, I would say we're lucky because you have experienced players within the Sundowns squad that have been in that position before. So the problem is not the mentality. The nice challenge about African football is it's improving. So now you want to be in that space for you to also to gauge yourself as to how far you are. And you want to play with the best in the continent for you to actually now be counted as one of the greats. And I strongly believe that we know that the standard in South African football comparing to continental, it's very different. Of course, it's a little bit higher there. But what it requires from a player is the arrogancy. And I think there's something in South Africa that we're lacking. From the ladies, from the men, I think we're lacking arrogancy. Not in a bad arrogancy to show that I have this, I'm that good and I believe in it. I think there's one thing that the Nigerian players beat us, the Ghanaian players beat us, the Senegalese players beat us on that. It's the arrogancy. Not that because they've got the better quality than us. It's just that they know when it's game time, it's game time. So they show you that. And I strongly believe that at Sundowns we need to start showing, and when it matters most, come to the final, it's going to be tough, but you need to, when things are tough, when the game is equally balanced, that's when now your individualism comes through. But they want to come through because of now the arrogancy part has been tapped in.
Very important.
And you know that arrogancy that Deco is mentioning is very, very important, because the team that Asfa lost against, Banyana, they're very young, but they came into the game with that arrogance to say we deserve to be here and we are just good enough. Take away the fact that they walked away with the win, but we are going to give them a run for their money. And look what happened. Asfa lost to them, you know. So you don't undermine your opponent. And Asfa came into the game. If you watch the match, the first half, they were very relaxed. This is not the Asfa we saw, that we know, that everybody has been scared of and talking about. They came into the game obviously thinking that because these players are young, because these players are new into this kind of tournament, you know, we're going to walk away with that. And unfortunately, the other team came with that arrogance, with the confidence, and they gave them a run for their money. Those kids are running. They are quite pacey. And now you need to go back to the drawing board and actually see the confidence that you have to bring to the game.
Amazing stuff. I want to find out, how bad will it be for the tournament if the hosts are knocked out?
Aye, guys, we've seen it happen.
So that's a favor, no? Hey, my friend, on the line like this, put the foot here on the neck.
But we've seen it. I mean, we've seen it in the boys' game where there's been opportunities where some of our biggest and strongest opponents, you know, you need to play it smart, as they call it, and then play maybe a different team to make sure that they get knocked out or whatever the case is. I mean, it's one of those situations, you know. It's the home team.
Yeah. Look, it's unfortunate for them. You know, we have to go in guns blazing. We want to take this away, and we want to host CAF Lerona, you know, in future. And, you know, we're setting an example that we are a team. We're coming from a continent, a country, a nation, football that's got good talent, you know, from all structures. So I think when you have the opportunity, you use it. And Lebona, I suppose they just have to make sure they go through. If they're not going through, which doesn't look like they're going through, then it's tough. We cannot.
But imagine
be sorry for them. Guys, it happens.
It happens.
Never. But also, I never need to us.
Yeah, maybe yes. In other countries, of course.
Yeah.
But also it helps. Sorry. You eliminate one of the problems.
Yeah.
So one of the problems is they'll have support.
Yeah,
the more they go forward, they progress within the tournament. The fans started coming to the game, and also now because of you playing away, you want to eliminate that for you to have an advantage. You know, and I think whatever opportunity been given, like I said earlier on, it's a competitive sport. So, abash.
Speaking of support, also, have you guys seen the immense support that's currently in Cote d'Ivoire? Like, the stadium is, you know, lit. Everybody's coming. There's kids. It's a vibe. And that's essentially what we want, you know, for people to come to these games to support women. And I'm sure most of these people, and there's men in the stadium. I love allies. You know what I'm saying? It's not a men and a women's game. It's football. People are coming there in numbers. And we just need to elevate that even from here all the way through to Africa.
Football is a sport for the people. Doesn't matter what background you come from, or you know what I mean?
Preach.
Yeah, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't stop supporting the ladies. They really do need your support. Tweet, Facebook, Instagram, do whatever you need to. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page and leave your comments. Now, Teko, what comments do you have for us this week?
So, Neves, this one is from Uskumbuzo Zomali.
Yes.
This is Sundowns here to lift African Cups. All the best, Sandawana. Sky is the limit.
Amazing stuff.
Man.
That's the support we're talking about, right?
Can you imagine? Rewina CAF, Rewina AFL.
Yeah,
and we win CAF again.
Yeah, we need to
and
win CAF
we win
again.
Hollywood bets.
Yeah.
And CAF again.
But also, you know what it does then? If you set not a standard per se, but I can say like a tone.
Yes.
That we need for us to compete, because now the competition is in Africa. Now you're setting a nice tone. Now I'm here, and also what it does from a lady perspective, you are able now to attract talent from outside
of the country. Yeah, we actually did speak to Coach Jerry about it. And the talk has already started where there are actually players from Brazil and all over the world who want to come.
Yeah. We also talk about this in the other episode. We were talking about we want to be that club that also recruits from Europe. And
so what it does, then it elevates the game.
It does.
Amazing. Tabang Muhlaka says, I have a lot of respect for Mamelodi Sundowns FC. This institution is marvelous and great. The sky is the limit. Amazing stuff, right?
I mean, the fans are seeing it, the supporters are seeing it, we are seeing it. It's just authentic.
100%. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave those comments, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Pitchside podcast.